Welcome back to the John Mendola Show here on WILK, driven by McCarthy Tire Service. Locations in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. 10:36. We're going to try to get with Coach Dowds here shortly, but Mike Brennan from Hazleton area joining us this morning, and always great to talk a little football with Mike. Good morning.
Good morning, John.
Well, let's talk about the Cougars this year and trying to get a little better every year. Coach, how are we looking here in the offseason there for Hazleton area?
Well, it's been a great off-season. I think we won the off-season. I think everybody does anymore. I think it's hard to outwork people in the off-season. Everybody has access to great weights and speed coaches and camps and all that kind of stuff. But I think our kids did a great job this season. They took it to the next level. We put in 5 days of work in the summer with our speed training 1 day and our 4-day workouts. We're very veteran. A lot of our kids have had great off-seasons in terms of their leadership and their maturity. So we're certainly really, like everyone else, we're really excited for the season.
Adrian Otero went to Maine, but there's some talent coming back here, and your quarterback is ready to go, Sparky, right?
All starts with Sparky Wolf. He's a great competitor. He's an outstanding young man. He's excellent in the classroom, just under a 4.0. He was the point guard on the basketball team, went to the 6A Eastern Final, and I think a lot of people got a chance to see him as a competitor in basketball. The way he competes and up close and personal, and he competes the same way in the football field for us. He's already our all-time leading passer. He was a 6A All-State player by the football writers last year as a defensive athlete. He can run the football. He can make all the throws. He said he's thrown for over 4,600 career yards, and he is one of those, for me, once every, 10-year people. He's a David Chinsky, he's a Marcus Washaleski type quarterback, and we're really glad to have Sparky back in the mix for one more year.
You got to get some weapons that he could get it to. Let's talk about some of those guys, whether it's a tight end, a receiver, somebody in the backfield that's going to complement Sparky Wolf.
It starts in the edge, I think, with David Smith. Everybody knows David Smith. Another guy was a 6A Pennsylvania Football Writers All-State guy last year as a defensive back. He's over 90 career catches. He's 6'2", 205, extremely physical kid, really good high school receiver. We have another young man named Jacob Hunsinger. He's a 6'2" player, had 34 catches last year. He's a great student. He's an outstanding route runner, has the best hands on our football team, clearly, and a lot of people don't know about him. Damon Horton is an FCS prospect. He rushed for 708 last year. He had 572 receiving. He had a kickoff return for a touchdown. He's a 5'10", 200-pounder, very twitchy, very physical, loves football, did the whole camp circuit. He'll be a recruitable kid come the end of the season. So those three guys there really did a great job. Nolan Schneider's not too far behind as a receiver, made some big plays last year for us. So we're really excited about the skill guys we have behind Sparky.
Mike, let's talk about the competition in the league. And we know Williamsport, everybody thinks they're going to be pretty loaded up. There'll be some other competition, though, that you guys will face that'll be pretty stiff as well.
Every game's tough in our league. It's physical. We open up August 24th at home against Pottsville, which is a long-standing rivalry for Hazleton, the old Hazleton Mountaineers, and played some of the early years of Hazleton area. So good Coal Regional Old Eastern Conference game week 1, and then Valley West comes to our place week 2, and Valley West is Valley West. Same old. They're big, they're physical. It'll be a very physical game, obviously. And we go to Dallas. Dallas is there. It's well documented how well they play defense and how disciplined they are, and everything Coach Mendola does in terms of his power game, his counter game, his waggle game. It all looks the same. His sprint draw game all looks the same off the get-go. So they're very tough to prepare for. Then we get Williamsport week 4 before we get in the Lackawanna League stuff. So Williamsport, obviously, they have Trey Potts. He's a wild card. We think that we match up pretty well with our skill guys against their skill guys. Who's going to be better in the up front, who puts more time in the off season, and can you contain Trey Potts is the key thing. He's obviously the wild card. You can bottle him up for quite a bit, and then he can bust out on you and beat you. So we'll all have our hands full in our league week in, week out for 10 weeks. That's what makes it so interesting.
You've been growing them a little short there at Hazleton. There's no way about it. On that offensive line, we've had a lot of, 5'11", 6-footers.
Mm-hmm.
Any 6'3", any 6'4" guys come along this year yet?
Sean, you laugh about that. Dick Beck's an old friend of mine. Dick Beck and I played together at Temple. He's been a long-time head coach in North Penn down in Lansdale in District 1. They scrimmaged Hazleton for years. And he'd tell me, wow, Hazleton's gigantic. They're so big and physical up front. And then all of a sudden, we had this dry spell where we had no big guys. This year it sort of changes again. It's all led up front by Michael Fuchik for us, all-star caliber player. 5'11", 265, great football player, strong kid, 3.5-year starter for us, center. And he the only guy I ever coached who reminds me of him is Chris Steck, who was an all-state kid at Mount Carmel, started a school record 48 games for the Bloomsburg Huskies in the offensive line at center. So Michael Fuchik, it all starts with him in the middle. We have two big long tackles, Jordan Cunningham, 6'7", 260, and Josh Hetherington, 6'5", 270. We've never had those big bookends since I've been there. Dallas Solomon, 6'2", Jason Beaver, is 6'2", 265. So Jefferson Loon is only 6 foot, but he's 290, and he's a great lifter for us. We have some depth. I think our up front guys have caught up to our skill guys this offseason.
6'7" and 6'4", yeah, right now.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's nice to see. And we get them in 2-point stances, a little bit better for those guys working everything at 2-point stances. They've been impressive, and they've really done a really good job. Jordan Cunningham started the sub-region championship at Delaware Valley last year for us. Josh has never started the game, but they're these developmental guys who've been in our program now for the entire time. They've gotten better and better. Tremendous workers, never wavered when they weren't starting. When you're building a program and you're as big a school as we do, you're hoping you develop kids that are one-year starters and really good players. And I think we found two really good one-year starters in Jordan Cunningham and Josh Hetherington.
Mike, always a pleasure to catch up with you and talk a little football. And we look forward to seeing you this coming week at the media day. And have a great season, okay?
Hey, thank you so much, John.
All right, Mike Brennan there from Hazleton area here on the John Mendola Show. We come back, we're going to talk some long-distance running, cross-country at Misericordia University. We'll get with Mark Watson from Wallapapack coming up as well. Let's head out now to our local State Farm insurance agent, Matt Daly. Break like a good neighbor. Matt Daly is there. We'll be back on WILK.